Hello and welcome to National Focus. I am Shaakira Pierre. In the headlines, government provides US $100,000 to hurricane-ravaged Bahamas. September is being observed as the month of the elderly, and the People's Republic of China prepares for the 70th anniversary of its founding. Details of the headline stories and more coming up.
I want to thank the Minister of Tourism and his team for really coming on board on this project and supporting it. And once it is completed, like I said, you will see an enhanced trail.
Welcome back. Dominica is taking precautionary relief measures to aid the Bahamas as news of Hurricane Dorian's devastation continues to trickle in. The Category 5 Hurricane Dorian made landfall in the Bahamas on Sunday with winds of up to 220 miles per hour, wreaking havoc on the small island chain over the last 36 hours. Videos and photos surfacing on social media show tragic scenes of flooding and infrastructural damage. In response to the tragic scenes, Dominica's cabinet met at midday today to determine Dominica's response to the Bahamas plight. Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Reginald Austri says while government awaits information on the extent of damage in the Bahamas, Dominica will immediately donate $100,000 to the Bahamas.
The Bahamas has been battered by a Category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Dorian, packing winds of up to 220 miles per hour. The preliminary information indicates that catastrophic damage and possible loss of life have occurred on the Abacus and Grand Bahamas. This morning, Cabinet met to assess the information and to indicate what possible assistance that the government can render to the people of Bahamas immediately. While we await further word from the Bahamas as to the full extent of the damage, we have to recognize that information flow is not as smoothly as we would expect, and so we have to wait for further information. But the Cabinet has taken a decision to immediately transfer $100,000 to the government, and we're also indicating, if possible, to support US dollars, if it's possible, to assist the children of the Bahamas in their education.
In 2017, the Bahamas was among the first responders to Dominica's plight following the passage of Hurricane Maria. Honorable Austri says this is an opportunity for Dominica to act on a humanitarian need and expressed Dominica's commitment to stand in solidarity with the Bahamas in these devastating times.
We will meet at 12 o'clock as indicated with the chairpersons of the ODM, the security services, the heads of the utility companies, and the representatives of the private sector to discuss a more comprehensive package of assistance that can be rendered to the people of the Bahamas in these very difficult and trying times. It will be very vivid in our minds that just 2 years ago, under 2 years ago, we were faced with a similar challenge, and the Bahamas was one of the first countries to offer us some assistance, and we believe that this is an opportunity not for us to reciprocate, but to act on humanitarian grounds and to offer whatever assistance we can within our limited resources. The government stands firmly behind the government and people of the Bahamas during this dark moment.
Honorable Austria expressed his hope that images seen of the destruction shown in the Bahamas is faultless in reality, and says the meeting will put Dominica in a position to respond quickly after the all clear is given.
We really hoping that the images being seen on television are not as they appear on the ground. We're hoping that by great miracle, because to go by on these images, then really we would see the devastation caused by Dorian to the people of the Bahamas. So we as a country, we would really love to send out our heartfelt sympathies to the situation now taking place in the Bahamas. And like I said, a more comprehensive report will be issued following a 12 o'clock meeting with all the persons that we believe can assist in that regard. Like I say, it's just preparatory. We have to wait for the all clear to take any decisive action, but this meeting is just to put us in a preparatory move in the event that we have to move at short notice. Would have already have all the logistics and the personnel in place to do so.
Plans are underway for the celebration of the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China on October 1st. According to Counselor of the Embassy of the PRC in Dominica, Lu Sang-Tao, the celebrations will include an address by China's President Xi Jinping. 1 month ahead of the celebration, officials of the Chinese embassy hosted a reception for members of the local media. In his brief remarks, Counselor at the embassy, Lau Sang-tong, said more than 100,000 citizens will take part in the mass pageantry on October 1st, and about 60,000 will attend an evening gala, while 30,000 will be invited to observe the military parade.
On the National Day, 1st of October, the Chinese government will hold a series of activities. I will just give a brief. First, on October 1st, we will have a grand gathering, and President Xi Jinping will deliver a very important speech on the grand gathering. And then it will be followed by a large-scale military parade in the history of China, and also a mass pageant. So that in the daytime, in the evening, there will be big evening gala, and the leaders will join the people for the fireworks shoot and art performance. Also, President Xi Jinping will present the medals of the Republic and the medals of friendship and the national titles of honor to outstanding individuals at an award ceremony.
We will bring you more details in another newscast. In other news, as the Caribbean region, including Dominica, heads deeper into the hurricane season, the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, CCRIF, has launched a web-based platform through which its members can monitor earthquakes as well as the development of potentially damaging heavy rainfall and tropical cyclones, analyze their intensity and assess their impact, as well as to determine whether an active insurance policy with CCRIF is likely to be triggered. Named the Web Monitoring Application, or WMAP, this application is made up of 4 components or tools: excess rainfall monitoring tool for rain events, including cyclonic events; tropical cyclone monitoring tool for wind and storm surge events induced by tropical cyclones; earthquake monitoring tool for seismic events; and real-time forecasting system for tropical cyclones. The information provided by the components of WMAP can be used as triggers for preparedness and alert procedures by users of the organization, as the information provided is useful in informing decisions making at such critical times to ensure public safety. During CCRIF's 12-year in existence, the facility has demonstrated that disaster risk insurance can effectively provide a level of financial protection for countries vulnerable to tropical cyclones, earthquakes, and excess rainfall. CCRIF encourages the inclusion of personnel from the national meteorological organizations and disaster management agencies, as well as ministries of finance. Minister of Foreign Affairs, CARICOM Affairs, Honorable Francine Barron says the Roosevelt-Skerrit-led administration has made major gains in education and youth development. In her remarks at the post-budget town hall meeting in Bellevue-Chopin, she made special mention of government's decision to remove the tuition fees for all students wishing to attend the Dominica State College.
We are seeing the results. Our children are doing exceptionally well. We are ranking favorably within CARICOM at CXC. And we all heard of the good results that we got in CXC. And I think it's important to note that we have high achievers that are coming from all parts of the country. So it's no longer limited to the Roseau schools topping the scores, but we're seeing that all across the country, that everybody is doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, we are gearing up to undergo a digital transformation of our country. Many of you, maybe all of you who are here, have smartphones and smart devices. You use them mainly for recreational purposes, but these devices are an important learning tool for our children.
Honorable Barron also explained how the use of modern education can be advantageous to students, teachers, and parents.
Our students, your students, will have access to aids such as Google Classroom. Teachers will be able to submit homework assignments to students online. They can receive their notes online and do exams online. And most importantly, parents, you will have access and be able to follow what they are doing. You will know when they have homework and assignments, and you will see their test results, so you can better help them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really about equipping our children for the future and getting them ready for the outside world. And so we must embrace this digital transformation and the benefits that it will have for our children. I would just want to sound one word of caution. The internet can be both good and bad. And you all will have the responsibility to ensure that your children use this wisely and they do not go onto the bad websites, but they use it to benefit themselves and further their education.
Honorable Francine Barron highlighted opportunities which exist for youth to develop their skills and encouraged them to seize the opportunity.
This government will also establish in the coming months a hospitality institute, and that institute will provide top-level certification and on-the-job training to provide skilled persons for the hotel and tourism industry. And as described by the Prime Minister in his budget address, this institute will become the incubator for making Dominica a five-star service delivery country across all sectors. As we know, we are developing a number of five-star hotels in Dominica. We have had the Jungle Bay open recently in the south, and we will have the Kapinski Resort, which is a five-star European resort, opening very soon in November.
You're watching National Focus, and more when we return.
thank the Minister of Tourism and his team for really coming on board on this project and supporting it. And once it is completed, like I said, you will see an enhanced trail.
Welcome back. President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre, addressed the nation on Monday to mark the start of the Month of the Elderly. This year's activities is being celebrated under the theme Pioneers of Resilience, Journey to Age Equality. In his address, the President outlined the good work done by the Dominica Council on Aging, an organization responsible for matters of the elderly. He commended the work done by the DCOA in Dominica.
This year, the Dominica Council on Aging Incorporated celebrates its 25th anniversary as an organization with a mandate to promote and advocate on behalf of the well-being of the senior citizens of this nation. 25 years of continuous service is an accomplishment worthy of note, and therefore its leaders and general membership, all of whom have worked hard over the years to keep this organization alive, must be commended. It is therefore in order to encourage the Dominica Council on Aging to continue to shine as an exemplary advocate and trailblazer of older persons' causes for another 25 years and beyond.
President Savre says Dominica has always been a nation who has cared for the elderly and has treated them as the national treasures that they are.
It is this Dominican spirit of all-inclusiveness and of making special provisions for the elderly that must and has prevailed among the people of this nation that has made us a country, a place where older persons are considered as a valuable national treasure and where our centenarian per capita ratio is among the highest in the region, if not in the world. We must therefore take time to acknowledge them and celebrate their contributions and their dreams and make ourselves ready to continue their unfinished works and aspirations for our country. This can be achieved if we unselfishly devote time to our older persons, particularly those who find themselves on the lower end of the social spectrum.
The President called on all to make it their responsibility to ensure that the elderly are well taken care of and treated with respect.
Today, as the world struggles with the challenges of neglect and abuse that older persons are confronted with, we in Dominica must continue to engage in all ways possible to identify such ills if and where they exist, and to see to it that our older persons are treated with dignity and respect. We must be vigilant, act decisively, and in a timely manner. If you see something is going wrong, do something to set it right.
The Dominica Council on Aging has a number of activities planned for the month of September, including Grandparents' Day on September 8th, 2019. The Dominica State College on Monday held its opening ceremony for Orientation Week 2019. A record-breaking number of students gathered for the new journey in their life, affording the opportunity to meet with faculty and staff of the DSC. Earlier this year, government made an announcement that tuition fee will be abolished at the Dominica State College, making education more accessible to all Dominicans. Lecturer at the DSC, Dr. Hermancio Eugene, welcomed the students to the Dominica State College and asked them to embrace the institution as the prime environment for learning.
It is an honor to be chosen to welcome you, new and returning students, as well as your well-wishers to the Dominica State College. As you begin a new chapter in your journey of success, I would like to say to you, congratulations on choosing to better your academic and social life. I say academic and social, as DSC's dedication to your development is not only academic, but we intend on ensuring that you live this leave this institution as a well-rounded individual, an individual ready with the skills to not only attain success in your personal life, but success in the development of your community and country. I encourage you to make use of both the academic and extracurricular activities that are provided at this institution to ensure that you have an overall development.
President of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, told the students what is expected of them during their time at the DSC.
When you come to college, you are responsible for your work. And that is all it is about, work. Because all of the students you've seen before you, who are all over the world and working in government and everywhere in Dominica, we have graduated 6,619 students in 16 years. So you come to us looking for guidance, and then we will give you guidance, but we expect something in return. The professors, deans, the president, and all of us here want you to succeed. That's our goal. And we will provide you with the training and the education you need to succeed. We will help you become model citizens, and you can, and experts while you're here.
President Peters told the students that the DSC is not only about work, but also has its fun moments.
One of the other things, you believe that college is just hard work, but we want you to see while you're here too. But the way to do that is join clubs, form your own clubs, organize the student affairs, and we expect that when you see who on the street, we will know that you're State College students because you will behave like a Dominica State College student.
Orientation runs from the 2nd of September to the 6th of September. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. You can drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here in the GIS News Production team, I'm Shaakira Pierre. Thanks for watching.